Hi students, Miss Clay here with part 2 of our density experiment. So we have combined all three solutions and we see here that this is our result. So this is part of our collected data, and a data can be in a picture form, and we can also collect data by writing observations down that we see during the experiment. So let us ask some simple questions so we can look at our results. What are our results? Well, from what we have done, we can see that there are 3 distinct layers. What colors are the layers? Well, the top layer here is a layer of foam or bubbles, which is white. That's a new color. The middle layer is the yellowish green, and the bottom layer is a cloudy dark grayish blue or purple color. These are new. Only one of the colors that we have is consistent with what we started off. So let's go back and look at the identity of the 3 liquids, and then we'll talk more. Liquid A, which was the green, was olive oil and the dye. And we see and left a remnant of that here to show you that was what was actually left in that container. Liquid B was the water and the red dye. Liquid C was Dawn detergent, water, and dye solution. So we can look at, remember, our water was red. So what can we conclude about our 3 layers? Well, first of all, because there's bubbles on the top and that was neither one of our colors, we know that there was a chemical reaction that either released oxygen or carbon dioxide, which is shown in the bubbles here. So we know that the middle layer has to be green. And what is this identity? Yes, correct. That is the olive oil. So out of our solutions, we see that the bubbles have the lowest density, which is the gas. Then we have the next low density, that would be the olive oil. And what do you think happened here in the bottom? Well, if you guess that the water solution and the solution with the Dawn dish detergent, water, and dye solution combined to give us this dark color, then you are correct. So the density of B and C was very close, or precisely 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So we took a solution that contained Dawn dish detergent. So let's take this one step further. So where did the bubbles come from? Well, we know that within our Dawn dish detergent, there are chemicals that actually dissolve oil. And our middle layer, which is the olive oil, was partially dissolved by the Dawn. And this is where we get a film of bubbles on the top. And I'm going to take a little paper here and let us stick it down and see what we get when we go through all layers. Okay, we're gonna fold it in half a little bit. Give me a minute here. And this is just an afterthought to further conclude. And the paper has passed through all layers. And we can see here on the paper some of the bluish green, some of the red, and of course the bubbles, which would have been at the top. So that shows you that the density of the water and the density of the solution of the water and dish detergent were still slightly different. So we see the red above the bluish green. So what does that tell you about the solution with the Dawn dish detergent? It has a density slightly higher than 1, maybe 1.001, but it's just slightly above that of the water. Well, I hope you learned something about the density of an object today as we did this simple experiment with these 3 liquids. We had olive oil, we had water, and then we had a water solution. And we used the food coloring. What was the purpose of the food coloring in this video? Yes, you're correct. So we can see the distinct levels. Now, if we were going to make this a real control experiment, of course, we will measure each of the solutions and make sure that they are accurate. We have to keep everything constant. We can only change one thing, one independent variable. So I hope you learned something today as we talked about density. And remember, density is the mass of an object divided by its volume. And even with the layers of the earth, as a quick review, each layer has a different density. So join me next week as we come back and we talk about the layers of the earth. Have a blessed day. See you next time. This is Miss Clay coming from Science from My Home to you. Love you. Bye-bye.